Dora Sphinx episodes of Zyuranger. Obviously, they weren't translated too well. Like, they're not to appeal to an American audience, because there's no knowledge of an American audience interested in Super Sentai. In fact, there wasn't really any. Pretty much since, like, when SBD came out, or Decade Ranger came out. Even then, it was small. However, they did have the European and Brazilian and the Hawaiian fans of Super Sentai prior to that, which is off-putting. But I don't think Zyuranger had access to those fan bases. I don't know, they could have done a lot better. I felt like they could have. There's multiple things they could have done. They could have had him be like a stronger guy, the buddy of the Minotaur, and want revenge over his dead friend or something. They could have had this person who played the human version of Dora Sphinx portrayed by a more cooler looking actor. I think he was supposed to be like a game show host or something, but I sort of didn't like his look. He didn't look as cool. Maybe it's my Mighty Morphin Power Rangers bias, but I didn't sort of picture him as the Dora Sphinx. It's cool that you risk turning all the Zyurangers dead because of chopping down trees, but that's so darn complicated. Another thing I didn't like about the episode, like, why not just blow them with your wings and then they explode? Like, I don't know anything about Egypt where it would be canonical that they would be turned into logs. They're still living. Or you can kill them off, turning them into logs. Like, it don't really make any sense to me. They need the crystals to get a combination of Daisugen. I'm gonna watch the rest of the episode to see if that's part of the episode. This is off the top of my head at the moment. I think what they did was they had the crystals in the middle of some place, and then later Dora Sphinx fights, and I'm not too sure. I like the playground setting where they fight. That's pretty cool. They use that all the time in Zyuranger. They even have a camera to do that in Samurai Flamenco, I believe, which is pretty cool. I think they might have a deal with that park, because, like, I believe Super Sentai Kamen Rider, Metal Heroes, etc. shows up in that park all the time. Maybe that's why they're always in that park in Super Sentai episodes, which is pretty cool. That's off the top of my head, just me guessing. I don't have any evidence of this, but I figure I might as well take a poke at it. I like how Kyoryu fights with Dora Sphinx, just like how Kyoryu and the Dora Minotaur split up the Rangers, or Zyurangers, in the first half of Dora Minotaur arc, the whole legendary weapons arc. That was pretty cool. Anything else I'm missing? Here we watch the episode. I get more thoughts on the rest of the episode later. I'm not sure if there's any arcs. I'll see, confirm after watching the episode. This is off the top of my head. I don't think I ever watched the sub of the episode other than figuring out the riddles. And I don't know, the riddles I didn't like even after finding them out. I felt like the riddles, and maybe it's because I originally watched it dubbed in Japanese with no subs, but I thought the riddles in Hurricane were even better than the ones in Zyuranger. I never really liked the riddles for a reason. And of course, this is the Mighty Morphin aspect, where Japanese fans of Mighty Morphin Power Rangers impressed by King Sphinx opposed to Dora Sphinx. I'm curious about. Cool premise. I thought there's a little bit of plot hole there. I don't know what the same plot holes in this episode in Kyoryu Sentai Zyuranger, but that's something to think about. It's mainly a Geki episode. Geki saves the day. Geki is the leader. I'm sure that's in the episode. Geki's the main character, at least. He's definitely the main character. He has like all the arcs. Koshi has a little bit. Mei has a ton, and also has a bunch of what's her name from White Swan from Jetman's Near-Death Perils. I wonder if Bioman had a factor on that, but other than that, you know, pretty Geki-centric show. A lot of people like Mirai. I like Geki a little bit more the more I think about it, especially now, just the last couple of days. I'm recently thinking about doing an article or a vlog on how he's basically like the Michael Corleone of Zyuranger. In addition to whoever analyzing the ending was a happy ending or a sad ending. Certain stuff I want to talk about, like how they could have done the Bri arc a little bit better, even though acting's phenomenal. There's some payoff I worry about, in addition to the payoff for the ending that I'm worried about. So that's my updates on Kyoryu Sentai Zyuranger. Hope you enjoyed.